Today's San Francisco 49ers report is presented by Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/49ers. We're going to put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. Join the 8 million men who have put their trust in Manscaped at manscaped.com/49ers. 424 Jose. Who do you think the Niners, or do you think the Niners offensive line stays healthy, or do they improve this year? So, you know what you have from Trent Williams. He's the best left tackle in the game. Aaron Banks in year 2 last year gave up 1 sack. Why can't he continue to get better? Great developmental project has Aaron Banks been. Jake Brendel was an underrated center in the NFL last year. With another year of starting games, can he make some strides? Spencer Burford added a little bit of muscle, and I think that's going to help him. I think that he could make some improvements. My big question mark is Colton McKivitz, and if that is the leaky faucet along that offensive line, do teams by design put their best edge rushers on that side, and then they beat Colton McKivitz off that side, but then that forces George Kittle to have to block a little bit too much, which then takes him away from being a weapon in the pass game? That's my concern. Hopefully they can stay healthy. You never know at the NFL level, and hopefully they make improvements. But Colton McKivitz, to me, he's not an improvement from Mike McGlinchey. Evan Hinders, what's good, my guy? I might be over pushing it, but I think getting Ronnie Bell will be a Julian Edelman type of receiver. It's tough to say right now. They have different body types. Edelman was shorter and stockier. Ronnie Bell is a little bit taller and a little bit slighter. The one thing that Ronnie Bell has that Julian Edelman did have was a contested catch radius and ability, where Ronnie Bell might not be the fastest guy or the biggest guy, but his pops is a football coach. And you can just tell he's a coach's son with the precision on his routes, how seriously he takes drills, and how mechanical he is when he plays the wide receiver position with the nuances of it. Now, Julian Edelman ended up being one of the best playoff receivers of all time. I think Ronnie Bell makes the 53-man roster, but he's a different player than Julian Edelman. Evan, though, appreciate you for always chiming in. Will Ronnie Bell make the roster? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Ernesto, who do you think will break out this year on the offense and defense, and do we still need a right tackle at this point, or do we wait? So I did a breakout candidates video, which is up on the channel, and here are my Niners breakout candidates. Jordan Mason going into year 2, Drake Jackson heading into year 2, Cleveland Ferrell, Jair Brown, and Spencer Burford. I know you asked specifically on the offensive side of the ball, 2 offensive players here on this list in Mason and Spencer Burford. Jordan Mason was 2nd in the NFL last year at picking up yards after contact. And if Elijah Mitchell continues to get hurt, Jordan Mason, I think, could be RB2, and a very good one at that. Subscribe to the show for 49ers videos every single day and year-round content. If you're in the market for insightful, informative, entertaining 49ers coverage, that's what we do and take pride in here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. And when you do hit that sub button, make sure you turn on your noties. Therefore, anytime we go live or push out a video, you will be notified so that you can stay in the know. If you haven't heard already, it is smooth sack summer. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure your Manscaped products are near you, and make sure you're escaped from pubes to bum. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming are making sure we all have a ball this summer by giving our pants partners everything they need to stay fresh. Dive headfirst into smooth sack summer by heading to manscaped.com/49ers for 20% off and free shipping with our code 49ers. If you're wearing sandals with some nasty toenails during the summer months, take a look at the Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, grooming scissors, and with the performance package, your balls will be ready to impress, but make sure you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0 as well. Lawnmower 4.0, interchangeable blade, safeguard technology. So whether you're taking care of the man downstairs because nobody wants a George W. Bush, or you're shaving your back, your chest, your beard, whatever, at Safeguard Technology, it allows you to not get cut up, which nobody actually wants. John Wallace, $19 super chat. Okay, is he talking about Yannick Ngakoue? Okay, I like it. Yannick Ngakoue and a right tackle. There's got to be a right tackle out there. Yeah, and going back to that last question, Yannick Ngakoue, he fulfills the needed edge rusher. And then right tackle, to answer that previous question, look, I said it all offseason. It was criminal to me how the Niners did not draft a right tackle in this draft. And you also have to look ahead because Trent Williams, how much time does he have left? I'm not sure if it's a lot of time. So you might be going into the offseason next year without a left tackle or a right tackle. And if you have to pay somebody in free agency, it's going to cost a ton because the going rate for top-tier tackles in this league is a lot. So Ngakoue right tackle, I think that eases some of my concerns with what the Niners need for this upcoming offseason. And Jair Brown, I love the player as well. Lyle! Hey, Chase, last year, where did the Niner offensive line rank? And where do you think they will rank this year? So according to Pro Football Focus, they ranked 7th in the NFL last year among all offensive lines in the NFL. And they were a solid unit last year, but I think it's a little bit misleading, right? Because Trent Williams, best left tackle in the game. Aaron Banks gave up 1 sack. That's a really good left side. Jake Brendel, middle upper tier of centers. The right side of that offensive line with Burford, Mike McGlinchey, it was just okay. How do they rank this year, though? Can Burford get better? If that's the case, great. Can Brendel get better? That would be a positive. Can Aaron Banks continue that? Hopefully there's not a drop-off for Trent Williams, who's a straight dog. And then Colton McKivitz. I just don't know what to expect because up to this point, he has been a backup tackle in this league. What is the better unit for this football team heading into this year? O for offense or a D for defense? 21 NC Dorado. What is a Chase Young trade cost value to acquire him? So I did talk about this a couple of times. The 49ers draft picks in 2024. Let me take a look at them here because they're projected to lead the NFL in compensatory picks in the 2024 draft. The Niners will have a first-round pick in 2024 as well. They have a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a third-round pick, fourth-round pick, fifth-round pick, sixth-round pick, seventh-round pick. And I actually think they have a couple of third-round picks, but that hasn't been determined yet with the compensatory pick formula. So if you go to Washington and you're like, we'll give you a second-round pick and a couple of thirds, could that get it done? That's the price that I'm willing to go to. Also keep in mind, Niners have $10+ million in cap space. That's right around what Chase Young is due this year. But if you trade for him, you probably trade for him if he plays well to sign him to a long-term extension. And can you sign Bosa and Young to an extension? You have to factor that in as well. Should the Niners trade for Chase Young? Final question for the audience today. T for trade, P for pass. Join the conversation down below. And as always, thanks for watching the program.